Hi friends, welcome to the Daily Current Affairs by Neo IAS. So today on 28th May 2019, our topics are Ultima Thule, then Radar, Basel, Rotterdam and Stockholm, then MRSAM, and in map-aided program, today we will be dealing with Taiwan and prelims question revision series. So first topic, that is Ultima Thule. Actually, the news is that the NASA, it has found the evidence for a unique mixture of methanol, water ice and organic molecules on this Ultima Thule surface. Okay, so this Ultima Thule, it is believed to be the farthest world that is ever explored by the mankind. Okay, so this Ultima Thule, it is the farthest world that is ever explored by the mankind. Clear? So about this Ultima Thule, actually it is a frozen relic of early solar system, and the thing is that it is the most distant planetary orbit that is ever studied by the mankind. Okay, so we can say that it's an icy world and it is billion kilometers past Pluto, and it is more than 6.5 billion kilometers away from Earth. Okay, so it is the farthest ever exploited surface, and the thing is that the New Horizon probe, it has encountered the Kuiper Belt object in 2019, and it is referred to as 2014 MU69. Okay, I'll tell what is this Kuiper Belt. And next thing, there is a New Horizons probe. It has flew past the Pluto in 2015. Okay, so that is about this Ultima Thule. So let's discuss about some of the NASA's New Horizon. Actually, this New Horizon, it is an interplanetary space probe, and it was launched as a part of NASA's New Frontier programs, that is in 2006. So actually, this it's a mission that is sent to the Pluto, that is the dwarf planet Pluto, to study about its moon, then other objects, etc. in this Kuiper Belt. Okay, and we can say that it is the first mission of NASA's New Frontier program. That it also includes two things, that is Juno and OSIRIS-REx. Okay, so this mission, it also includes this Juno and OSIRIS-REx. So it was the first spacecraft to encounter Pluto, that is from a relic from the formation of the solar system. Okay, that is the importance of this NASA's New Horizon. And talking about this Kuiper Belt, actually it is also known as the Edgeworth Kuiper Belt. Actually, it's a region of the solar system that exists beyond these 8 major planets. Okay, so it is said that it extends from the orbit of Neptune at 30 AU to approximately 50 AU from the Sun. Okay, so scientists, they say that it is similar to the asteroid belt. Okay, we know that this asteroid belt, it is seen between the Mars and Jupiter. So this Kuiper Belt, the scientists say that it is also similar to this asteroid belt, but in that it contains many small bodies, or all the remnants from the solar system's formation. Okay, that is this Kuiper Belt. And another thing is that it was theorized even before it was discovered. Okay, and soon after, the Pluto was discovered by Clyde Tombaugh on February 18, 1930. So Pluto, it was discovered on February 18, 1930, and this Kuiper Belt, it was even theorized before it was discovered. And another thing is that, or the important thing is that this Kuiper Belt, it is a source of many comets. Okay, and this Kuiper Belt, it is believed to be the point of origin for all periodic or short period comet. That is, we say that the ones within an orbit that is lasting for 200 years or even less. Okay, so here you can see the famous Halley's Comet. Okay. So that's all. Coming to our second topic, that is radar. So the news is that our Prime Minister, he commented about how he gave the go-ahead for this Balakot Air Strike. So that it has raised a storm on the social media. The thing is that despite of all bad weathers as the clouds would enable this Indian Air Force fighter jets to evade this enemy radars, the Prime Minister, he is able to give the command to this to go ahead for this Balakot Air Strike. Okay, that is the news. And this thing, it has raised a storm on the social media. So actually, what is a radar? A radar means it stands for a radio detection and ranging. So this radar, it has got a magnetron, then a transmitter, a receiver and a screen. So the basic working principle of this radar, I'll explain this. As I said, it consists of a magnetron. So this magnetron, it will generate radio waves. Okay, and this radio waves, they are released through the antenna in different directions at certain time intervals. So the thing is that if any object in the air, that be it an aeroplane, for instance, so any object in the air, that an aeroplane, for instance, that what happens is that this radio wave, it will hit it and it will bounce back to be caught by the receiver of this radar. Okay. So, by mapping this reflected wave on a screen with the help of a grid map, this aeroplane, it will be displayed as a blip on the screen, and everything related to this aeroplane, that is its movement, it will be shown as a radio wave striking it at intervals. Okay. This is the basic principle of a radar. Okay. So different questions actually arise. So the first thing is that, can it pass through a cloud cover? Okay, we can say that by virtue of being a radio wave, these radars, they can see through the cloud cover and during the day as well as the night. Okay, and I'll give an example. That is, the commercial flights, they continue this taking off and landing at the airport. That is, even if they are in the rough weather condition and overcast the skies, it is because of this air traffic controllers, that is ATC, across the world that depends on such radars. Okay, this is the best example for a radar, that the question, can it be passed through a cloud cover? Okay, so next term, that is AWACS. This AWACS, it stands for Airborne Warning and Control System. The thing is that the ground-based radars, they have certain limitations, primarily due to the basic curvature of the earth. So this ground-based radars, they have got some limitations. The main thing is due to the curvature of this earth. But this airborne warning and control system, there are certain radars that are being mounted on this aircraft, which will fly thousands of feet above the ground with 360-degree coverage. Okay, that is this airborne warning and control system. Okay, then coming to our next topic, that is Basel, Rotterdam and Stockholm. So this the news is that the triple conference of the parties, that is the triple meeting involving the conference of the parties of the Basel, then the Rotterdam and Stockholm Convention, that is held in Geneva, actually it adopted the amendments in order to restrict the dumping of e-waste in developing countries. Okay, that is the basic news. And first, talking about the Basel Convention, we know that the Basel Convention on the control of transboundary movements of hazardous waste and their disposal, it was created in order to protect the people and the environment from the negative effects of, or we can say that the inappropriate management of hazardous ways across the world. So that is the basic aim of this Basel Convention. Or we can say that it is the most comprehensive global treaty that has been dealing with hazardous waste materials throughout their life cycles, that is even from the protection, transport to its final use and even disposal. Okay, so it deals with the entire life cycle of this hazardous waste materials. That's about this Basel Convention. Okay, and next there is Rotterdam Convention. So this Rotterdam Convention on the prior informed consent procedure for certain hazardous chemicals and certain type of pesticides in this international trade, actually they will provide these parties with a first line of defense against certain hazardous chemicals. Okay, that is this Rotterdam Convention. And another thing is that it promotes the international efforts to protect the human health and the environment, as well as enabling the countries that is whether to decide if they want to import hazardous chemicals and pesticides that are being listed in the convention. So these are the aim of this Rotterdam Convention. Okay, the next one, that is Stockholm Convention. We know that the Stockholm Convention, it was signed in 2001 and effective from May 2004. And actually this Stockholm Convention, it was basically, you have to remember this term, on persistent organic pollutant, that is POP. Actually it's a global treaty and its main aim is to protect the, naturally its main aim will be to protect the human health and the environment from highly dangerous, then long lasting chemicals and etc. And ultimately its main aim is to eliminate the production, use, then trade and release and even the storage of this hazardous chemicals. That is, the basic aim is to protect the human health and environment from this highly dangerous chemicals. Okay, so its basic aim is to eliminate, or we can say restrict the production and use of this POP. So please remember that term, persistent organic pollutants, that is related with this Stockholm Convention. Okay, and our next topic, that is MRSAM. So the news is that the Indian Navy, it joins a select list of nations with successful test of this medium range surface to air missile, that is MRSAM. Okay, so we know that this MRSAM actually it's a medium range surface to air missile, and it is capable of engaging multiple aerial target at a range that is even more than 50 kilometers. So it's a medium range surface to air missile, and it is capable of engaging multiple aerial targets at a range more than 50 kilometers. Okay, so let's see the organization, that is the DRDL, that is in Hyderabad, then the Defense Research and Development, that is DRDO laboratory. They has jointly developed this missile in collaboration with IAI, that is Israel Aerospace Industries, then Rafael and ELTA system. So you have to remember, it is developed, this missile, it is developed by in collaboration by the DRDL and DRDO with Israel Aerospace Industries, Rafael and ELTA systems. Okay, then this MRSAM, it has been manufactured by the Bharat Dynamics Limited, it is BDL. And as I said, this MRSAM, it has the capability of providing defense against air, marine and even ground threats. Okay, that's an advantage. And it has several systems which include a digital radar, then the command and control, then it also consists of certain launchers, then certain interceptors with advanced homing seekers. Okay, and usually it is also referred to as Barak 8 long range surface to air missile, that is LRSAM. Okay, so that's all regarding this MRSAM. Today in map aided program we have got Taiwan. So the news is that this Taiwan to become the first place in Asia to legalize the same-sex marriage. That is the news. So let's see the location. We know that the Taiwan, that is officially the Republic of China. That is, it is in the state. Actually, it is a state in East Asia, and its neighboring states include PRC, that is People's Republic of China. That is, it lies to the west. Then Japan to the northeast, and Philippines to the south. So this is the location of Taiwan. We know that the capital of Taiwan is Taipei. Actually, this Taipei is the largest metropolitan area. And two things you have to know. That is Taiwan, it is among the most densely populated state, and it is the most populous state and the largest economy that is not a member of this United Nations. Okay, so this Taiwan, it has not yet been a member of United Nations. So here you can see the location of Taiwan, and Taipei is also marked here. Taipei is its capital. Okay. So in prelims question revision series, today our question is, consider the following phenomena. First one is, light is affected by gravity. Second, the universe is constantly expanding. Third, matter wraps its surrounding space, time. Then which of the following above is or are the prediction or predictions of Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity that is often discussed in media? So this is the question. So options A, 1 and 2 only, B, 3 only, C, 1 and 3 only, D, 1, 2 and 3. So actually this question, it was asked in 2018 prelims. This question, it was asked the relevance of the Nobel Prize for Physics at that time and the LIGO experiment. So let's see, let's take each statement. That is first statement, that is light is affected by gravity. Yes, that is a correct statement. So if light is not affected by gravity, then we will not be able to see a black hole. So that's a correct statement. Then the second statement, universe is constantly expanding. Yes, universe is constantly expanding. It's a correct statement. So if it is not like that, then we will not be able to see the shift of red to violet spectrum. So we will not be able to see that spectrum. So we are able to see that spectrum. It means that the universe is constantly expanding. In the third statement, matter wraps its surrounding. So all these statements, all of these are the predictions of Albert Einstein. Okay. So the thing is that if he did not think in the above given three premises, then it will not be possible to understand his theories. Okay. So naturally all these three statements is right. So our answer is D, that is 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So that's all for today's session. You can download the material from the link given below. Thank you for listening.